Ascension pioneers, and welcome to a bit of different video of mine, which will be about cultivating our soul's bliss through sacred, sensual, sexual, whatever you may call it, energy in our bodies. As you know, we've been working a lot towards opening and really opening to our cosmic activated self to bring that light into our body. During the next few years to come, we will be asked to really merge with this blissful energy of the soul, to really bring it into every aspect of our physical experience. So what took place for me this entire week, I was exploring a bit deeper these realms of my tantric self. And Tantra is not only related to being with another person, to have this practice in a way with our mirror, with our vibrational match. We can really do this work within ourselves first, and getting to know and really feeling ourselves in our bodies is really important. I put this music on, which really helped me to activate the self this week, and the artist is Solar Fields, and you can find the song that I'm using under the description box. You can see it there. And this song, when I was listening and tuning into it, it really activated this part of me. So what was shown to me through Spirit was this very simple exercise that we're going to do this today together. And I'm going to show you a bit how to move and how to rotate, and explain a bit about how you can intuitively merge deeper with the self. But why I'm being shown this is so important, because one level is to open up, and then we got to bring this light, we got to bring this soul awareness in our bodies. This means to become the masters of our conscious self. This means mastering our reality. And as you know, Source is full bliss. It's infinite supply of divine love. And we were so used to having these symptoms, and a lot of people were feeling pain. We're moving and transitioning into feeling bliss, to really know what our sensuality is, how we can feel this pleasure, how we can have immense supply of energy all the time, how we don't just feed each other with, with food, that is physical food we eat, but how to maintain and sustain ourselves with the tantric energy. But first we gotta learn to do this ourselves. So as you know, Tantra is a form of practice also, when you can practice this exchange of energy with another. And then it goes, as you know, it spontaneously evolves. But this video is not about Tantra. This video is about your inner cultivation of soul bliss through your physical sensations. So what happens is that you open up, and this is what this song really showed me, because it's in two parts. One part is the slow music that you might be hearing in the background now, which is opening, when you're opening up and you're in flow. And then as the song progresses at a certain point, it just opens up. And I call this, it just takes me places. And when this happens is you're moving into your trans-dimensional state, and you can just feel yourself, but you're not escaping somewhere else. Your next assignment is to bring that bliss, to kind of like pull it gently in your body and bring it down to the very base, into your spinal area, through your spine, and into your base chakra. So what this exercise really helps us with is how to feel our base. You know, we might have a lot of divine inspiration when we connect, but a lot of people have been withdrawing from their lower chakras, some completely disconnected from there. So you can have so many ideas and visions, but you're never really going to be fully able to feel them in the now moment, to really organically feel them, to be in your sensitive, sensual self before you really activate these lower areas, because these areas need to be pure so that the divine light of your source selves can merge and flow through. So what I'm going to show you is that you can very easily begin this exercise. You can be, during your meditation state. I really recommend listening to this with a set of headphones, because it's very much intenser. This week I went to a beautiful nature hike, and there was this beautiful bench, and I sat there and I did the exercise with my iPod, and it just felt amazing. So when I did it and when I started to rotate, because this exercise is based on rotation, what I felt was this cosmic bliss. You're just merging your soul's bliss with your body, and you're bringing it down in the spiraling movements. You're activating your vortex, but you're bringing it down. And the sensation is more aroused on that level, which means it doesn't mean, you physically can have an orgasm, it might be a side effect. But I'm talking about that you will feel your body more. You're no longer going to disconnect from it. You're no longer going to feel disconnected from it the way we sometimes we're used to. But you're going to feel more sensation, and you're going to feel more alive. So the cultivation of your soul's bliss is all about cultivating life force energy. Okay, and as you do so, when I was doing this exercise, I was seeing this ray of mine, which is this magenta pink, divine love, divine mother goddess energy, full of life. And it was beautiful. I was there in nature, just rotating, and I was feeling this. So this is going to be very important for us in the next coming years. And I just would like to ask you to do this very quickly with me. We're now at a pivotal point of the song. You can start with first rotating back and forth. This is this part. And the next part would be to just do the circular movements. And when you do the circular movements, you can do maybe a few in one direction, then you can change direction. Follow your natural flow. Each one of us will be different. But very important is that you do strong rotation. If you're not used to it in the beginning and your hips are going crazy, I'm used to it because I'm doing a lot of belly dancing, and for me that's very natural. But if you're not used to, grab your hips with your hands and just help yourself, assist yourself with that. And all you're doing is you're rotating, but at the same time, you're not just rotating, you're stimulating your base chakra. And this, what you activated in the first part when you're just opening and it's more gentle flowing energy, then you bring it down into the physical. And you can even imagine the coiling serpents, how they move up and then they move down, and you're really merging with your sensual organic self. This is when you start to become a master of your DNA. So in the beginning, this first part is more up and down movement. And what you can do when you move up and down, you can put your hands even on your sacral chakra. I'm even wearing my sacral necklace, which is all about this divine sexuality, that we stimulate this area so that we feel bliss in our bodies. Okay, so this first part we can do together. You can touch your belly. You can form even a triangle if you want. You do back and forth movements, a bit with your belly, with your sacral area, and with your hips. And you move back and forth, forming a figure of 8. We're going to do that first. So you're moving back and forth. It's very simple. And as you're doing this, you're just learning to be present in your body and working with the intelligence of your body. And your body will show you. And then you move in circles. Then you can go faster. One important thing, breathe very deeply. As you can see, I'm spinning in the counterclockwise direction. And as the music slows down, I also slow down. I breathe deeply. Just imagining how the light descends in my body, how I'm in complete union and bliss of my soul. Just doing rotations, into back and forth again. Just follow the natural rhythm of your body. It will show you. Each time might be different, each experience might be different. Some might be gentler, some might be wilder. It depends how much energy wants to be cultivated for you. And you just breathe. So for example, if you're guided to do, let's say, 8 directions in one, like counterclockwise, and maybe 8 directions in another, forming the infinity symbol structure, and then you just flow. If it's too hard for you, just, again, follow the rhythm, because when you follow the rhythm of the song, you completely merge. When I dance, for example, when I do belly dancing, when I put music on, at a certain point, and this is at this point in this song when it just completely opens up, at a certain point, I no longer even hear music as separate. It's I am the music, I am the dance. My body completely feels it. I call this when I just lose it. And I lose myself in the moment. I become the moment. I just start channeling whatever comes forth through my soul. And I feel this is really important because in the coming years, we will really be asked to do the sacred soul alchemy in our bodies. And a lot of the people were desensitizing themselves. They were plugging off their bodies and they were perceiving themselves spiritually only as vertical, and their horizontal alignment didn't follow. So let's say you engage in a lot of spiritual activities which are pursuits of knowledge, of wisdom, reading books, meditating. But now what we're going to be asked to do if we want to become creator beings is to get really deeply in our bodies. No soul alchemy can actually be done without us really moving in our bodies. And as I said, I recommend that you pick your own music. Of course, it needs to be some form of tantric music that has that beat when you can really circle around and rotate in a beautiful flow, not that kind of distorted beat or too slow. It needs to be just right, and needs to be something that will be soul-based for you, that you will really unplug and be able to unplug through with your own natural sensitivity. And it's important to be judgment-free with this. As you can see, this is a different video for me. I'm not used to doing videos as such, but Spirit was really guiding me to share this because it's important not just to talk about things, but really, really feel. We are feeling beings. This is how we create. And when I do the exercise, and I started doing it very regularly now, what I'm noticing is a lot of more energy, a lot of more activity in a way that it's just different. It's more flow. It's more magical. And let's say you feel like your energy is depleting, or maybe you feel somebody drains you with their presence and you don't feel empowered in that moment. You're not able to stand in your center. Do the exercise. Take a few moments. Just put some sort of music on. Start doing the rotation movement. Like I said, it's very recommended. I recommend that you do back and forth first, doing the figure 8. What you can also do is you can do side to side, like in belly dancing, you do figure 8s, right? But then it's really important that you start circulating the energy. This is the basic tantric movement. And as you do so, you are basically becoming your vortex. When you meditate, you might spin like this, but you're stimulating your base, and your base is saying yes to life. You're becoming more grounded in your body. A lot of the beings who share with me, they said they still don't feel like they're fully embodied. Maybe they had a lot of trauma in their life, or a lot of beings even perceive sensuality as dirty or bad, and they haven't yet find that way to really be in bliss all the time. So they might perceive that they can be in bliss where they're doing inner spiritual work or spiritual studies, but when they really get to the form of their physical sensation and their physical pleasure, they quickly make that separation. This exercise is so simple but can reach so much. We can stimulate so much with it. We can get new ideas and visions because we're more in our feeling side of life, and through that we can generate much more. That love will flow in our bodies. Our bodies will start to create. We have our bodies, we have form, because our form is the extension of source, and it can create. So what I'm noticing, like I said, is a lot of more sensitivity, embracing of myself, that goddess self, that sensual self that we all are. Like I said, Source doesn't want us to feel pain. We're the ones that are doing this to ourselves. Source made these bodies. We were given these bodies. These bodies were created for us to feel pleasure in a form that we always can feel bliss. Not just when we meditate and then we quickly come to our horizontal lives and we no longer feel that way. We say, wow, it's so easy when I meditate and I live there. But in my daily day-to-day reality, I don't feel that way. This exercise can help you so much with this, and you'll see you'll embrace yourself more, and you'll stimulate the lower chakras in a way that you will love your body, you will love to be in it, you will love to just sit with yourself and feel, okay, how does that feel? The goddess is the receptivity. It's all life in creation. And when you receive your bodies, a lot of us receive these bodies, but we never really fully receive them. You know what I mean? A lot of us are still disengaging from them in some form or another. But this can help us to really receive it. You can even do a pre-ritual to this. You can just sit with yourself and say, I'm willing to really feel that bliss, not just here, but bring it in all my bodies, in every cell. I was giving this body that can feel immense amount of pleasure. I was creating pain, yes, maybe in the past, because I wasn't yet in my full unity self. But this will bring the unification with the self. So this is one form of really physically unifying with ourselves, and it can help us that way. So like I said, choose your music. I really love this music because it has that passage from a gentler, more opening to your cosmic self, and then you're just spinning in that vortex, and then you're bringing it in your body. It has that kind of vibe. But like I said, notice what your body's feeling. Each time might be different, but also observe how your life is then physically changing because of it. And I know I don't usually do these kind of videos so much, but I've already shared with you that I come from a level when we're creator beings and we know how to shift our DNA through sacred sensuality. So when you embrace this essence, this beautiful love that always flows through you, and whatever kind of level of creation you exist in, you use it and you cultivate it, and you enrich your experience, and you're shifting your DNA and you're altering yourself. Your physical form literally starts to match that as you do so, and the deeper you go into the experience. So that's it for today. I hope you will enjoy the exercise if you're guided to do it. I really recommend it. So kind of like merging our vertical meditations with our tantric embodiment of the soul, or soul alchemy taking place. Enjoy, as always, so much love, wisdom, and power, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.